Hey yo, it's October 13th, 2015, and I made a video pretty recently about a pedophile by the name of Todd Nickerson, who may very well be the spearhead and maybe the poster child for pedophiles out there right now. He's gone viral. He's gone viral with an article that he wrote for Salon.com just the other day, about a little over a week ago. All right. And the reason I brought this up is because there's a movement to normalize pedophilia. And the thing about it is, there's certain people who do not like it. In fact, I would have to suggest that most people do not like it and are firmly against it. But there are groups out there who are pushing that agenda. Salon.com obviously completely agrees with Todd Nickerson, and they believe that um, pedophiles should be better understood and accepted and tolerated by people. This is obviously what their opinion is, because if this was not their opinion, and Todd Nickerson approached them and said, "Hey, I'm a pedophile. I want to write about being a pedophile and how everybody else is haters," then Salon.com would have said, "Hey, guess what? You're fired. Get the hell up out of here. That's not our opinion." And instead, they said, I think that sounds like a great idea. I think you should write an article about how everybody else is haters and you're a pedophile, but you're not really a monster." And I went ahead and I made a video about, yeah, guess what? You're a pedophile and a monster. You're a monster. And, come to find out, it's a very funny little game that we're playing right now, because there was a number of people who actually, commented harshly towards me, like that I am being a hater. That I am a hater. And the thing is, that's what Todd Nickerson was saying, that I'm a hater for not liking his lusting after children, and you're a hater if you don't like it either. This is becoming normalized upon to us. All right. It wasn't but a week later that Todd Nickerson went ahead and wrote another article and put it on Salon.com. He said, "Hey, Salon.com, can I write another article?" And they said, "Yes, please do," immediately. And basically, it's an even longer article about how he is a pedophile, and people are hating on him. And they're asking him all sorts of questions, which to him are preposterous. People should not ask him all sorts of questions, even though he's an admitted pedophile. He's probably the most famous pedophile in the world. All right. So let me read you a little excerpt from this very lengthy article, which is not only bewildering, not only completely baffling, and in some places mind-numbing, but is also quite incriminating. He incriminated himself, he incriminated his friends, he incriminated his family, he incriminated all sorts of people, while telling us that it's because people don't listen to pedophiles all day, and it's because people don't drop their whole lives to listen to pedophiles and try to understand their feelings, that children get abused. Now, we're being haters, and if we want to stop child abuse, basically what we should do is cater to pedophiles. All right, so like I said, here's an excerpt. He writes, Todd Nickerson, the pedophile, writes, Dr. Drew himself, he's a doctor, he's on national TV, I'm sure you know who he is, I'm not even going to talk about him. Dr. Drew himself even suggested that because I was using hydrocodone, that I might have abused kids without knowing it. Now, hydrocodone is becoming kind of commonplace. People know what it is. They know it has certain side effects. One of its main side effects is that you might do stuff and not remember that you've done it. So I do have to go ahead and agree with Dr. Drew. It is possible that you did some stuff and did not remember, because that's what hydrocodone tends to do. Todd Nickerson replies as such. First off, I never took more than 2 or 3 pills a day, comma. But we're going to stop right there. First of all, okay, your sentence is wildly incriminating. And the reason is this, you have no idea how many pills that you've taken in a day. You just said that you have no idea how many pills you've taken in a day. Because, truthfully speaking, if you had taken a maximum of 3 pills in a day, you would have said, I've never taken more than 3 pills in a day. And if you've only taken 2 in a day, you would say, I've never taken more than 2 in a day. It's because that you have no clue how many pills you've taken in a day that you said, I've never taken more than 2 or 3 pills in a day. That's what you just said. The sentence isn't over. He says the 2 or 3 pills a day is well within what is generally prescribed, comma, even though they weren't being prescribed to me. So the pills, you have no idea how many pills. The pills that you were popping that were prescription pills, what you're saying is that they were not prescribed to you. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about this, but that just sounds illegal. That sounds like you're breaking the law. So let's continue. He said, I've never blacked out or even came close to being out of touch with reality. And you know what? That sentence can very much be debated all day long. Uh, you know what I'm saying? All right. I'm neither stupid nor a massive risk taker, says the pedophile named Todd Nickerson, who wrote an article for a national publication, which is basically worldwide, it's all over the web, about how you're a pedophile and everybody else is haters, and you're going to tell us that you're not a massive risk taker. He said, and being a doctor, in reference to Dr. Drew, he goes on to say, uh, the most fantastically just the craziest thing that he could possibly say. He says, and being a doctor, he should have known that opiates like hydrocodone pretty much obliterate your libido anyways. And I'm going to stop there because that was amazing. I'm going to need for you to break that down for me because, see, this is a very lengthy article and you're trying to break things down for the haters who do not want to listen to your pedophile problems. So I'm going to need for you to break down for me, Todd Nickerson, if you can, what do you mean by opiates pretty much obliterate your libido anyways? Because I can kind of maybe imagine what you might mean, but it's only really one of two possibilities, isn't it? Let's think about it like this. If what you mean by opiates, when you take them, obliterate your libido anyways, but if what you mean by that is you no longer lust after children, then what I would suggest, not even being a doctor, is that you take the hydrocodone and you keep taking it and you stop lusting after children, because that's really what the problem is right here. Or you could mean that when you take opiates, that pretty much obliterates your libido. If what you mean by that is that your dick does not get hard anymore, if that is what you're trying to say, then I might remind you that you can absolutely abuse children without your dick being hard. So everything what you're saying right now in that little the half of a paragraph that I read is outrageous. And pretty much everything else in the article is equally, if not more so, outrageous. That being said, I would like to just conclude with the fact is he's incriminating himself. You'll find out in the rest of the article that he goes on and incriminates his friends and family as well. So investigations should very well take place. I imagine some people should get arrested. And the thing is, you know what I'm saying? I know this is not necessarily a law, but the editor of that salon.com needs to be investigated as well. Wouldn't you think? Because like I said, they completely agree with Todd Nickerson's opinion, don't they? Anyways, this is October the 13th, 2015.